Now, it was only a few days ago that India banned cryptocurrency. And what you'll notice is that they've been doing this for a very, very long time. Now, going back a few years ago, India, I don't remember the exact date, but again, it's been up and down since the beginning of Bitcoin, which is the largest cryptocurrency in the market. So going back a few years ago now, certainly in the last bull run in 2017, India came up with a ban on Bitcoin. And as a result of that, in fact, it wasn't just India. There were obviously other countries as well, and other large organizations, and also people of influence that also came out with similar stories, which led to Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin coming down. But again, just a few days ago, India said we're banning cryptocurrencies again. So we're seeing the same thing over and over again. And then on the 27th of February, in fact, I'm looking at this screen right now, India's Reserve Bank is concerned digital currencies will impact financial stability. So there was a lot of information going around that India had banned cryptocurrencies again. And as a result of that, in addition to the other things that are happening in the market, as a result of all of these things put together, the price of Bitcoin did come down. So the price of Bitcoin around let's have a look at this chart here. So around June time, in fact, this was recently, the price of Bitcoin has come down again. But prior to that, we saw this reduction in price where the price of Bitcoin came down from its peak of $65,000 down to, in fact, came all the way down to around $30,000 or so. So that was a reduction in price of in excess of 50%. So $65,000 all the way down to around $30,000 or so. It was a huge reduction in price. And a lot of this was caused by market manipulation by a few players in the market. So again, recently, India came up with digital currencies are not banned in India. So the central bank is now saying that digital currencies are not banned in India. So we're seeing the same again. And on the 4th of June, India's come up with that tweet, that information. So if I go to the 4th of June, you can see what's happened. On the 4th of June, the price came down. Again, this was just in the space of a couple of days by around 12-13%. So it came down from $39,000 to around $34,000-$35,000. And again, I'm seeing these trends in the market over and over again. And the concern is that people that don't know much about the market, people that don't know how to read the charts, are feeling that because countries are banning cryptocurrencies, although they are not banning cryptocurrencies, it's just the information that is coming out via the media to indicate to the general public, to the 76% of traders that don't make money in the markets, it's just indicating to them that perhaps cryptocurrency is not a good thing. And when the price comes down, naturally what you'll find is that these big players in the market, when the prices was at this level, the big players in the market, the institutions around the world, the governments, large funds, and also people of influence, so the billionaires, the elite class, would have come back into the market. So this drop in price that we saw, a lot of that was the retail traders, people that may have come into the market recently, people that don't understand cryptocurrency. A lot of the retail traders would have pulled out of the market at around these points. So anywhere from $65,000 on the way down, the retail traders would have pulled out. However, the institutes, the governments, and so on, people that have been saying that perhaps Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is not the way forward, they would have bought more at this stage, at the low points in the market. And again, during this trend again, from around the 9th of May all the way down to the 20th of May, so space of around, I'll say just under 2 weeks, again, what you'll find is that the retail traders would have pulled out the market, and at the same time, the institutions would have bought into the market. So we saw a small increase in price following that. And guess what? Just following India allegedly banning cryptocurrency, they came out with another press release where the Royal Bank of India, I think that's the Reserve Bank of India, their stance on cryptocurrency had changed. So the Reserve Bank of India has major concerns on the impact of crypto trading on the country's financial stability. But just going back to what I said before, what happened was that they initially allegedly banned cryptocurrency, and then just a few days later, digital currencies are not banned in India. And then following that, their stance on cryptocurrency isn't changed. So now they're saying that perhaps cryptocurrencies are not good again. So if you just look at the cycle, cryptocurrency banned, no, it's not, we made a mistake, and look what, it's not good again. So this was on the 4th of June. So again, if you look at the chart on the 4th of June, as I showed you earlier, on the 4th of June, the price of Bitcoin was around 39. It almost hit the $40,000 mark. So another very, very important psychological, I'd say, mark. $40,000, almost hit the $40,000 mark. And then look what, as a result of that, in addition to other things in the market, the price came down to, what was it, $34,000 or so. But it wasn't just India. Obviously, there are other players in the market as well that are saying such things. For example, Elon Musk again. Yep, it's Elon Musk again. And what was the date on this? On the 4th of June. So the same date as India has said, oh, look, our stance on cryptocurrency hasn't changed. The same date as that, Elon Musk put out a tweet which would indicate with Bitcoin, the Bitcoin icon symbol with a broken heart. And again, on the back of that, on the 4th of June, look what we've seen. On the 4th of June, the price has come down again. So obviously, there's a lot of play in the markets. And as traders, we are aware of these. Now, I'm not one to watch the news, but certainly when it comes to cryptocurrencies and those factors in the market that will impact the price, we do watch the fundamentals, because we need to know what's happening in the market, or what is going to happen in the market. So that's what's been happening in the last few days. It's been, big players in the market, or large countries. India has a population of 1 billion, so a lot of people will listen to the news, as to what's happening in India. And obviously, you've got Elon Musk again with these fancy tweets to 55 million followers. So Elon Musk has 55 million followers, and obviously they will follow to a T. Not all of them, but a lot of them will follow to a T what he says, certainly when it comes to the cryptocurrency space. But interestingly, there was other news in the market as well. So on the 2nd of June, search giant Google lifts the 2018 ban on crypto exchange wallet advertisements. So again, this would be good news for cryptocurrency. And that was actually on the 2nd of June. And we did see, oh, look at this. If I go back to the Bitcoin chart, on the 2nd of June, we did actually see the uplift in price. So the price came up from $36,000 to around $39,000, so about 10% uplift in price. So going forward, Google, it looks like, will now allow cryptocurrencies to be advertised on or via the Google platform. So again, very, very big, important news that is, but that won't actually come into play until August the 3rd. So until August the 3rd, that won't actually come into play. But again, this again is good news for the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as well, because obviously this will push the price forward as well. And again, just bear in mind that what you read on the news, in the news, a lot of that could be fake news, and a lot of that, certainly from those in power, a lot of that can dictate the price of cryptocurrencies. So you need to know what's happening definitely on the news front. And if you look at the price of Bitcoin at the moment, it's hovering around $36,000. Now, the most expensive stock ever at the moment is Berkshire Hathaway. I can't say it, Berkshire Hathaway. And at the moment, the price of one Berkshire Hathaway stock is $439,000. $439,000 is the price of one stock of Berkshire Hathaway. If you don't know who Berkshire Hathaway is, it's obviously Warren Buffett's company. So one stock at Berkshire Hathaway, if you were to buy one stock, it would cost you $439,000. So my question is, excuse me, is the price of Bitcoin, or is Bitcoin more important than Berkshire Hathaway? And obviously the answer is yes, because blockchain is the future, and Bitcoin obviously plays a big part in blockchain technology. And even if you were to compare it to Berkshire Hathaway, you can actually see the huge growth Bitcoin is yet to have. Obviously, that's not the only thing we look at. I'm just mentioning that so people can start to understand that, you know, Bitcoin compared to the most expensive stock in the market is it less than in fact more than a multiple of 10 less than the Berkshire Hathaway stock. So people are continuing to buy Berkshire Hathaway stocks, yet openly they will say that Bitcoin is you know, it's a dud, it's a FUD, or whatever it is, it's a scam, it's a pyramid scheme. Yet they will secretly invest in this technology. Excuse me. So even I'm saying not just the lay public, but also the problem is with the lay public, they will follow what they see and hear in the news. And again, we have to be very, very careful with what information is put out there, because obviously it is dictating what's happening in the market, certainly at any given point in time. And on the back of that, you should decide whether you should come into Bitcoin or not. But again, in my opinion, my humble opinion, this is just the beginning. And, you know, if Bitcoin was to go up by a multiple of 10, 11, 12, it still would not hit the price of one Berkshire Hathaway stock. So Bitcoin going forward is set to hit the 6 figures, 7 figures. And in subsequent years, certainly we won't be talking about Bitcoin that much, but more Satoshis. So one Satoshi is 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin. So not the average person can't go out and buy a Bitcoin if it costs $100,000 or even $1 million. Henceforth, we'll be saying, you know, so and so is now investing in maybe, you know, tens or thousands of Satoshis. So the way forward for Bitcoin, there's a long way to go yet. Personally, I still feel we are in a bull run. Although looking at this chart, it looks like, just look at the way things are going at the moment. It does look like that we are potentially in a bear run. But if I just pan out a bit further, you can actually see that we are still possibly still in a bull run. And this year, Bitcoin will still continue to go up in price. And this reduction in price, a lot of that has to do with these institutes that I talked about earlier, these entities, let's call them entities, these entities that have been saying that perhaps Bitcoin is not the future, yet secretly they are still investing and buying Bitcoin. Even with Tesla and Bitcoin and Elon Musk, there's no indication ever anywhere that they've sold their holdings. What they have been doing is potentially buying more Bitcoin, but we won't hear about that until later when the price has shot through the roof again. Now, going forward, obviously blockchain is very, very important. And just recently, in fact, just this weekend, in fact, we had the Miami Bitcoin conference, the largest Bitcoin conference, I think, to date. And the attendance of that was expected to exceed 50,000 people. So certainly it's not a small convention. And again, this has been happening this weekend. So there's a lot of interest in the market, a lot of new players coming into the market. And going forward, we're going to see more of this definitely around the world. And blockchain is the future. In the future, obviously, we're going to have these blockchain cities. And also there's evidence that these are already being constructed around the world. So we do have blockchain cities that are being constructed. And also you've got the medical advancements in place as a result of blockchain as well. So going forward, blockchain does appear to be the future. And if you don't actually understand what's happening in the market, we are still accepting mentees and students, so we can teach you and show you how to trade the markets. We'll teach you how to read the charts, how to read the fundamentals, and how to ensure that you can build your portfolio. And even as I'm doing this webinar, this recording, this YouTube live, we have hundreds of students, if not thousands of students around the world who have now built their 6- and 7-figure portfolios. Obviously, Bitcoin is not the only coin in the market. We have Ethereum as well, very, very important coin. And again, very, very similar to Bitcoin. We've seen the price of Ethereum. Initially, after it was going up and down, the natural ebbs and flows in the market, we did see the price of Ethereum, go up from just over $2,000, and it did actually go up to, what was the price? It went up to around $2,800, and this was just in the last few days. The price did go up, and we did expect the price to continue to go up, but it did not hit the 3,000 level. And again, excuse me, nowhere near the $4,000 price that we had just a few days ago. So the price went up to, again, just under $3,000, and since then the price has come down again. And again, this reduction in price that we've seen is around 11 or so percent. So again, we've seen this with Bitcoin as well, and the same is the case with Ethereum. It does tend to follow the price of Bitcoin. So you should definitely, if you're not trading Ethereum at the moment, if you don't have Ethereum in your portfolio, please, my recommendation is definitely look at it, because it's an amazing coin. And again, we are expecting this price to definitely go up again, and there's no reason to suggest why it won't hit the $10,000 mark very, very soon. A few of the coins that I mentioned before in earlier webinars, we have Cardano as well. Again, we've seen Cardano shoot up in the last few weeks, and again in the last few days the price of Cardano has again come down by about 15%. So Cardano is still a buy, still a very, very good time to buy Cardano. The price did go up to $2.50 or thereabouts. At the moment it's $1.66, so about just under $1 less than its peak, and we are expecting the price of Cardano to go up again. And the same again for Polkadot. The price has come down in the last few days by, again, in fact, by 20%. So I didn't know it was as much as that, but 20% in the last few days from its peak of just a few days ago. Its peak on the 3rd of June, it has come down since. And again, at that peak, it was $28. At the moment, it's sitting around $23 or so. So definitely a good time to buy into DOT as well if you're not invested in DOT at the moment. It did hit a price of around $50 or so on the, you can see it here on the 15th of May. And since then, the price has come down. But again, it's been up and down since then. So again, we teach this in the academy, so our students know when to buy into these coins. And again, if you don't have these basic coins, my recommendation is to start looking at these. If you need more information, if you need help in building your 6- and 7-figure portfolio, please reach out to me via this video. We do have links to my social media pages, so you can reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, and even my website, which is on this in the description on this video. So forexcryptotrader.com, and also Instagram, where it's Javid Kiani, same again on Facebook as well. So one last coin I want to mention is Link. So if you look at this again with Link, again, if you look at these dates again, the price came down from the peak. Let's have a look. The peak was $50, $52, $53, and it came down to $15. So it was quite a drop in price by 70 or so percent. But since then, the price did recover, and again, we've seen, similar to the other coins, this dip in price in the last few days by, in this case, quite a lot, 20%. So again, if you're not trading Link at the moment, if you don't have Link in your portfolio, my recommendation is perhaps to look at Link as well. Definitely a coin to consider going forward. So again, I've mentioned, was it 5 or so coins there? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, DOT, and Link. And again, this information we give you every single day in the academy. So if you're not currently part of our mentorship program, please reach out to me, and either myself or someone in my team can show you the ropes. Potentially there might be another dip in the market. Certainly looks like that. And again, the price could drop down to $30,000 again for Bitcoin. But again, we're watching these markets every single day. So it doesn't matter to us in the short term if the price is going up or down, because we can place shorts and longs in the market. So we can profit regardless of what the price is doing. So again, in my opinion, the big bull months are yet to come. July, August, and going forward, the prices are still based on current indications in the market. Obviously, things could change in the future, but based on what we're seeing at the moment, June could still be potentially a slow month. So obviously we're in June at the moment. We could potentially still see a slow month in June prior to the price picking up again as part of a massive bull. So because the prices are so slow at the moment, or so low at the moment, it is an accumulation month, and you should make the most of this accumulation zone that we're sitting in at the moment. If you're not currently trading the cryptocurrencies, that certainly the ones I've talked about, definitely look at those and consider having them as part of your basic portfolios. Now, in the academy, obviously, our students have 20, 30 coins or thereabouts, and definitely we look at all the whole of the market, and we look at the technologies behind these altcoins prior to investing in them, prior to trading them. And this is the analysis that we do every single day. And again, we teach you how to do this as well. Things are going to obviously change in the future as we move towards these blockchain cities. So the only way is up, in my opinion. And again, these ebbs and flows in the market are normal, certainly as we're seeing at the moment. So my name is Dr. Jav. My recommendation for you, if you're not part of the academy, part of our mentorship program, is to reach out to me via any of these channels here. You've got the website, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and obviously the YouTube channel, which is where this is going live at the moment. Reach out to us. We can hook you onto the academy, and we can show you how to trade, how to invest in cryptocurrencies for profit. So blockchain is the future. It's definitely going forward. The blockchain cities, the medical advancements, certainly tied in with blockchain. You're going to see amazing things coming into play. The huge Miami conference that's happening at the moment. And again, the fact that institutes, governments are currently heavily buying cryptocurrency during the low in the markets. And again, that's what you should be doing. That's my recommendation to yourselves and also to members in the academy who would have had this information a few days ago. So my name is Dr. Jav. Thank you for your time. And please do get in touch. Reach out to me via those channels, and we shall get you registered and trading with us immediately, and certainly building your portfolio of 6-7 figures definitely going forward. Again, thank you for your time. My name is Dr. Jav. Please do subscribe, like and share if you learned something from this video. And we will be going live again tomorrow on Monday, which is Crypto Monday. So our team, obviously we have training every day, but for everybody else, we do Crypto Monday. So we'll have the live training session tomorrow again. Again, thank you for your time, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.